Among the treasures on loan for our exhibition about the work of Kevin Crossley-Holland is this obsidian paperweight, which the author has identified as the inspiration for the Seeing Stone. The object gives its name to the children's book featuring a boy called Arthur, who lives at the close of the 12th century. And by means of this stone, a gift from his mysterious mentor, Merlin, the young Arthur gains access to a parallel world of legend and the experiences of another Arthur, a boy destined to be King Arthur. And more than that, the stone is the means to creative interpretation for this young Arthur. The stone is what you see in it, Merlin tells him. Obsidian is cooled volcanic lava, which makes it a glass-like igneous rock, technically speaking. As Merlin explains to Arthur, it is made of ice and fire. This is geology as well as poetry. In the novel, The Seeing Stone is a partly crystallized form of obsidian, not quite like this one, with white spots and patches on one side, while the other side is dark, yet reflects light. And I wanted to talk about this stone because it exemplifies the importance of materiality and the lived environment for Crossley-Holland's creative imagination. Our exhibition demonstrates the continuity in Crossley-Holland's practice of finding significance and inspiration in objects across his own lifetime as in his literary trajectory. It's there in the little boy eagerly assembling artifacts for his museum, and in the adult painstakingly recreating and reimagining Stokesay Castle and the surrounding Shropshire countryside as the home of the young Arthur in The Seeing Stone. And it strikes me that this arriving creatively at deep truths by way of the material world is a very medieval practice. The imaginative 21st century example of the Seeing Stone calls to mind the spiritual act of imagination that Julian of Norwich undertakes when, in her late 14th century Revelation of Love, she writes of a frighteningly fragile-looking thing, the size of a hazelnut, in the palm of her hand, which, she learns, is all that is made. All that is made manifests love, and it endures because God's love maintains it. In The King of the Middlemarch, the last book of the Arthur trilogy, Arthur is unhappy to learn that he must give up the stone to Merlin because he thought it was his to keep. Merlin points out that he has had what he needs from it, and someone else is just ready for it. In the first novel, Merlin has said that knowledge, in general, is of no use unless one is ready for it. Julian of Norwich's hazelnut, too, is part of a vision, a showing. But for both authors, revelation begins in the world of the senses.